Well, welcome back to Life and Style. This Relationship Wednesday. Things got heated on Monday. We had the men talking over there. We're talking about online dating today, and everything just got heated. We had to take a break and then bring in the ladies so that they can give us their perspective. So we are now on Retake, where the ladies and the men get to talk about what we spoke on Monday. I will have the ladies introduce themselves, beginning from my father's left.
Hello, my name is Nazare Nato and I'm a designer.
All right.
Hi, my name is Esther Wendy.
Okay, closest to me.
Rose Gishure, data analyst.
Eugenia Gathoni, designer, writer, and founder of Team Kukatakubit.
Okay, well, we've got the gentlemen that were with us. There's Mark, there's Blessing, there is Timothy, and there's Jack. Ladies, online dating. Do you believe in online dating?
I think I'll agree with one of the gentlemen. I think it was him or him.
Keep
in
the mic.
blue. Oh, when he said that we live in a digital world where it's easier now to interact with anybody from any part of the globe.
All right.
So in terms of communicating, you can communicate with somebody and in the process you get to like them without actually meeting them. So you might go deeper into the communication and decide that you will meet them in person and analyze whether it makes sense, the person you met online, to take it a step further. But I don't believe in it also because it's very superficial.
Okay.
In terms of, especially for a designer like me, I can Photoshop all my pictures.
You're right.
Or I can put the persona where
Mark calls it potential.
Yeah, people online lie a lot. Like you can lie about who you are, you can lie about where you work, you can lie about what you're looking for in life. And if that is what somebody is using to see whether you guys make a good match, then it's easy to be misled by the persona or profiles that people put up online. But if people were more honest, which is hard to assess, then it would save people a lot of time because you'd be filtering your interests and like in order to see whether you can meet in person. Like if you have 10 people and you're looking for a person who is a farmer, and the profile says this is a farmer, then you can
now that you're saying that,
narrow it down.
Sorry to cut you short before I ask the other ladies whether they believe in online dating. Now that you're saying that you can have like 10 people, I would like to know, Esther, in online dating, is the woman supposed to be proactive or wait for people to come after her?
Well, I think when it comes to that, it really depends on an individual because there are some women who perhaps will want to wait maybe for the man to approach them. Okay. Others will be proactive, So it really just depends on the kind of person that...
and the online makes it safer, makes it easier for the woman to go out than when it is like physically, does it?
Well, it's a relative question.
Okay.
Yes, because...
Let me put it to you like this.
Yes.
You're interested in Mac from this kind of a setup.
Mike is excited.
Is it easier to approach him in person as a lady, which is easier, to approach the man in person or online, which is easier for a lady?
Well, if the lady is shy, maybe then she would try approaching him online.
Okay.
But if she's not, then she can do it in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to find out. Go ahead.
I would like to add to the point that she was talking about. The fact that a lady has gone online, it means already she's proactive. She has not waited, yeah? And another thing, it's safer to start, like meet online, then date offline. Because the continuous dating online does not really project the real life scenario.
So there is the meeting?
The meeting online, I agree with that. But the continuous dating online, I don't agree with that.
How long should it take before somebody can move it from we have met online, so now we need to date, or we need to meet face to face? Because when we were talking with a gentleman earlier, Jack said, if you're within a space that I can meet you, I'll come straight. to meet you. How long do you take before you can meet this person?
As brief as possible.
So-
The meeting is okay. Meeting online is okay, and it should be as brief as possible.
And then when do you now get to the place where you want to start dating this person? How much time should that take?
Maybe a month.
A month?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't believe these things have a formula.
All right.
Some people meet even within a year they're married. Some meet within 6 months they're married. Some go even for 10 years before they get. It does not have a formula. It depends
Okay.
on so many things.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Eugenia.
Okay, I agree with Rose. I think there's no timeline because it depends with your chemistry. You might meet a person and then your chemistry also is off the chain, and you might even decide to date for real in real life, or you might meet with someone and you don't really feel that connection, so you're still like getting to know each other slowly. It might take 2 years, it might take 3 years, so there's no timeline.
Are there success stories to people who started off online, Rose? Are there success stories, people who started off
Yeah.
online and their relationship has blossomed?
Yeah, I met my husband online.
Lord have mercy.
Meeting. Meeting, but just meeting. No
Meeting, not
dating.
dating.
Then
So
we
where did you
took
meet?
it.
Wait. I need to hear from Rose. Where did you meet? Was it a dating site? Was it just social
Okay.
media? How did you meet? Where did you meet?
It was social media,
Okay.
but let's not go into all that because it's not about me. It's about other people.
No, I want to know whether, because somebody
Yeah.
might be thinking, is it possible?
It's possible.
It's possible.
And it turns out that I'm a very good wife to him and he's a very good husband to me. What I was praying for, I got in him.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that I could not date other people offline. I dated them and it was a mess.
All right.
Yeah.
So
But
there is no guarantee
there is no guarantee.
that if you dated somebody in person,
Yeah.
it is going to work.
Sure.
And it's not always the case that
Yeah.
if you date somebody online, it won't work.
Exactly.
All
It
right.
all depends on the values that you have.
Okay.
Like, for example, if you go online, you should be very specific. What do you want? What are your values? Then do they marry with what you want? If they don't, you just walk out. It's not. And again, the grounds are shifting. There is a paradigm shift. We are all moving online.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is just to anybody. You
Yeah.
know. So, are relationships an issue of falling in love, or relationships are issues of you defining what you want and you go for it? Like let me say, if you're doing like on a site, right? So I'm looking for this kind of a person. I'm not very conversant with that, but I'm assuming that people put up the kind of profiles that they want. I need this kind of a person, this kind of a person. So that with that alone, you are shedding off quite a number of people over there because you've got this, which is the ideal. And if that succeeds, then it raises for me the question, do we really fall in love? Or do we pursue something that we feel can fit in with us, Jack?
Okay, I'll say this is not entirely based on online.
Okay.
Actually, no, as a person, there's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay, personally, there's the kind of lady I want, the ideal lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not owing to the fact what I write on my profile or what.
Right.
So if we meet online or I meet you here, these are specific traits I'm looking for.
Okay.
So maybe I can meet someone online who has those traits.
The
I can meet
traits.
someone on the street who has them, of which the vis-a-vis is the same. So
Okay.
I don't think it's tied to any.
Okay.
Now that's where the aspect of the online, someone will put up some traits which I'm looking for, when I meet them in person, they don't have even one.
They don't have
Yeah.
that. How do you get to verify? Because Mark was telling us that, while you're sampling, you can get to verify whether people are telling the truth. How do you get to verify? How do you get to verify that this person that you're talking to is authentic? How do you know that they're genuinely interested in you? Nazarena or Esther?
Esther.
Okay.
Well, in many cases, when one goes online to look for perhaps a partner, the way they package themselves is so attractive, I don't think when you're advertising for maybe a good to be bought, you have to say
Everything positive.
everything positive about it.
All right.
So, and that's the same case when it comes to online. The pictures, you'll try your best to make your pictures attractive, appealing. The way you talk will also be appealing to the
So
other
why not
person.
do that in real life? Like, why
So-
why don't you just market yourself like that every day in real life? Like, dress up
Where?
well.
It's
Where?
not real.
Where?
But you see,
Where?
You go to work, you go to school, wherever you go,
So
you go
you
to church,
go-
you meet people in the mall, you meet people in matatus, because every day you're interacting with people, right?
True.
Yeah.
So if you can package yourself for the online guys, why not just package yourself for the day-to-day people?
because
You know, Mark is so
but-
defensive on that. You're forgetting these people online are also here. They're the same people we live with. It's not like those people online are other creatures.
Yes.
No, the same people we live with.
In
Yes.
fact, there could be.
But when I'm
it
dating-
could be that the person that you're texting is actually standing next
Yeah,
to
but
you.
because of the filters which entice you, you can't know.
Yes, it's okay. But
They could
the
actually be
fil-
within the same matatu.
Yes.
And you're so blown up by this person who is sitting behind you, who is so blown up by this other person, and the two of you are chatting, and you don't even know that the person you're so excited about is sitting behind you in the matatu. You know?
Those are challenges now we find online. Every business has challenges, right?
You treat it as a business.
Yes, it's a business. I mean, let me tell you, when you're dating online, that's business. Okay? It's business because it reduces cost for physical time. You know, time is money. And you're seated and you're doing your things, you're chatting with someone, you're dating, but you're still able to do all the things. You don't need to go to the mall or somewhere in the shop and start telling people, you know what, I am single, I am looking for No, you just walk and you just go do your thing. If you start doing that, they will
Man,
say you're
I
cheap.
don't think what I
Remember.
was saying is that you're telling people you're single.
Yes.
I'm talking about your presentation. Because Esther was saying, when you're marketing a product, you bring out the best
Yes.
out of it. So you'll put up your good photos, you want people to see your strength and your characters. And I'm thinking, why not do that daily? When you wake up in the morning, why not just dress up?
Because-
Why don't you present yourself as this good package that anybody that meets you would want to be interested in?
Every
say-
every time a girl spends, does this to a foundation and apply on the face, that's money, right? So if you do it every morning, even your face will react to the chemicals, for real. Let's use the online chemicals that are called filters.
Put up filters.
Yes.
Then you meet this person who totally looks different. You take them for a swimming date. Akitoka kwa maji, you're like, hey, I'm looking for someone who's in there. And that's
But you too,
that's
but you
what
too,
I
there are
feel
things
as
they
well.
will see in you, and when they go deeper, they will find out that it's not really
Yeah,
you.
meet me
You
in
have to
person. Now
package
know
yourself.
me as Jack, not as that social media
The
character.
fact that online calls you Jack or calls you, like right now you're calling me Mark. My name is Gerald, but I take the name Mark, so I'm Mark Gerald, right? So let's say
Now you see now, that's
Mark
the first
Gerald.
line.
Yes, I will simply take the word Mark because it still works. The name works for me because I'm still me. It's not changed anything. It's just the name you can call me to answer you, right? So even online, the physical or the virtual things that I put on my face and everywhere, and maybe try to put hair and try to put makeup that are not real, it shows me first of all, whoa, there's potential, because even if you meet them in person without that makeup, you would still say that they are not your class.
Okay, let me ask you one simple question.
I
You
want to
said-
ask you, I want to drag in Eugenia into this.
Yes.
What are the challenges? I know these two guys will go at each other. They will go.
Head to head.
What are the
Yeah.
challenges
Yeah.
that somebody would face with online dating?
I think everything has its good side and its bad side. So for me, I think the challenge is probably you putting up a face, and it's exhausting. I want to be real, I want to be myself, but you have to keep up a front. You have to look rich, you have to look pretty, and maybe you're not like that. Maybe you don't even, where you come from is just a simple place. So I think it's that challenge is there. And also, when you get to meet someone, I think that challenge is safety, because you're not sure about this person. You might know they might be talking to you nicely, but you never know. Maybe there are cycles.
Okay.
So that's a big challenge.
All right. And just thinking about that, because we Africans, right? I love to always introduce that. We Africans. Is online dating our thing?
Yes. Yes.
It's,
It is
it's
our
slowly
thing.
creeping in.
Yes. Let me
Slowly
tell you.
creeping in.
Yes.
Is it our
Creeping
thing?
in.
Is it
It's
our
not
thing?
our thing. We are trying to adopt it.
Is it working for us?
No.
That's why I asked. Is it working?
Because,
Yes and
because
no.
as,
Yes and
as,
no.
as we have said,
Yeah.
there's something like we filter our profile. There's something we want everybody to see, and it's what you want them to know.
You see, for example, I may date someone online and this person becomes my wife later. It's luck. You might do the same and it will not happen the same to you. You get? It's a chance. This is luck you're doing. It's like gambling. So, for instance, I wanted to say, let's say I'm sitting with this lady here and we are in a mat, right?
Yeah.
And I'm chatting with someone and I don't know she's the one and she doesn't know I am the one.
Right.
So I'm so impressed with this person who is online, but I don't like this person who is here.
Yeah, exactly.
You get?
Exactly.
Because whatever I'm seeing online impresses me so much, but whatever I'm seeing here does not impress me.
Does not impress you.
Because she has filtered a lot of things.
That's life.
And that is where
That's life.
Pastor, let me add to what Blessing is saying.
yeah.
Mark.
Gerald, whichever one of them.
Yeah, Mark Gerald. Okay. You know, actually alluding to your analogy, you're saying you have to put up filters and all that. And what Blessing just said, I like this person, like this character. But this character is not the one I'm chatting with. They are totally different people. Now, how long will you go through the struggle? Social media is full of lies. Okay, let me give you an example. Yeah. Let's say you and maybe you know there's a chick who likes buffed up men. You go download that app where you put parks and all that and all that. She sees this big guy. Then she's like, that's my type. They are chatting. You are in a mat. They are seated. They're like, man, let me chat to this big guy here. But is the big guy is the same guy who's seated there. Now, okay, how will you go on dating?
Yes, that's what we call judgment, and that's what makes people insecure, and that's what makes people use filters. Because even if you search for that person you're seeing online, whether I am real or not, you never find them.
So the question
in a nutshell, you're saying he's looking for the secure people.
No.
Let me have
What I'm trying to say, please, do not finish.
Let me have Nazarena. I need Nazarena at this point. You gentlemen are good. But, Nazarena, how do you ensure that the person that you have met online is somebody that you can trust? You know, the reason I brought up the African aspect was that before, people who would check out families, you want to know where they're coming from. In a sense, you would verify. You get to know who are the brothers, who are the siblings, who are this. When you go into online dating, how do you verify the authenticity of this person's character and their values?
If you have a friend who's a hacker, you can see their location and see if their information is true.
Isn't that a law?
wrong.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But you have to, if you decide to meet the person physically, you'd have to make sure that you've met them in person in an open place where you've actually informed somebody that you're going to meet such a person. In case you go missing, they know where to start.
So the question for me is that really safe? Why would you go through all that trouble
because
trying to get live?
it's not that it's not.
I will give an example.
It's not even safe to meet
If there are
them.
red flags,
I will
It's
give
not
an
even safe to
example.
meet them,
Yes,
and you
in the
say
first
that
Yet you're doing that.
Listen, that's why we are saying online dating is better instead of in person. That is, you're taking it to that level.
where are we taking this dating to?
Don't
if we're not
meet-
supposed
don't
to
go-
meet these people, what's the purpose of the dating? Where are we
Yeah.
going to? Are we just having fun? Are we trying to build a relationship? Are we trying to marry this person? Where are we going? Because somewhere along the line,
Mark, maybe
Jack said it.
you personally will end up marrying online.
No.
You don't know how that marriage
Yeah.
will work.
Jack mentioned
work for you.
Listen,
Jack
listen.
mentioned it.
Timothy.
Jack mentioned it, and
Yeah.
he said it's basically having fun. Dating
Yeah,
online,
he's
it's basically having
Yeah.
fun.
We are
Because
chatting online.
when you decide, I've seen a character online, I like that character. On that very day that will exchange your contacts and you decide to meet, trust you me, you won't go where you've decided. You'll stand here, she's over there. You call, you see, who received the phone call? Yeah. Pan. That's not the person. You will go.
but there are long distance
And you
relationships
keep on doing
that
that.
Keep on doing
on
that.
online
You guys are a
dating.
victim of a very big technology that is coming to take over the world. We are only victim because it has come our time. And we have to, the earlier we embrace it, the better. We
I don't
teach our
mind
children
the
how to go
embracing.
about online
I don't
in
mind
school.
embracing. What I want to know is how do we make sure
We are
that
safe.
what you were doing online can translate into a reality?
Yes.
That's the question that I'm asking right now.
I will answer.
How? Okay, go ahead and answer.
You It's simple. Manage yourself. Know the right time to do everything. You're taught in school. Time. The right time for everything. Before you go to meet that person, use all your intelligence and all your brains and all your smartness. And I said, outsmart them. And by the time you're going to meet them...
Is that a relationship?
Yes. Yes.
Sounds like a business.
I don't agree with
Because
him.
it is
Totally.
It's online.
It's
You
not
need-
about
even,
minds.
Even in...
Relationship is not about brains.
Yes,
it's
it's
not
about
about
what?
minds. It's about personalities.
No,
People's
tell him.
personalities. And that's what I'm saying.
Please talk to him.
You have to do. I don't believe in how can you relate to me if you don't know me physically.
No,
Like,
you're
how?
relating to
Before
that
I
character
come-
which is
before
online,
I
which is
come
not
to
that
you
person.
physically,
acting.
before I come to you
And
physically,
dating is
imagine dating online. You maybe you have 10 people, or maybe you go up to 100 if you're so good, right? You have like 100 people that
Is
you
that
chat
being
to
good?
every day.
Is that
Is
it?
that being
Yeah, you're
Having
good.
fun.
You're good online. Man, you're smart.
Maybe what
That's
I
a sharp guy,
understand
man, you have
by
100.
dating is
Yeah.
You
quite
might end up
different
alone.
By the way,
from what he understands by dating.
I
What
think
he
we have to
understands,
define the dating.
because I believe dating is getting to know each other.
Right.
It's real. It's
True.
reality. Like,
Online.
it's not about soft copies and filtering, and you have to know me as a person. You have to.
That is now what we call dating, right?
Yes,
When you
according
put the
to
word
me.
online, I'm an online professional. When you put the word online,
I know.
you know what it means? When you put the word online,
Yeah.
it takes that person away from you. It's not a physical thing. If you go
I'm
meeting everyone you
presuming.
meet online, if you go meeting them physically, you're mixing the two. And when you mix the two without knowledge of how to mix, that's when you fall a victim.
Wait. Esther, when we're talking about online dating, does it have to be several people that you're talking to? Or, because I'm thinking, like for Rose, or the husband, whoever initiated that, was looking for a partner. So they're not trying to find everybody online. They stumbled into one specific person online. When you're doing online dating, is it the thing that Gerald or Mark is saying that you've got to do 10 people or 12 people, or you have a specific person that you're going out to?
Well, I guess that will depend on the motive I have, because if I'm looking into like a serious relationship, then perhaps I would keep chatting maybe with different guys until I get to that particular guy who maybe fits into the criteria that I
What do you
prefer.
call that, chatting with the different guys?
Well, it's part of searching for that person who is going to fit into what you want.
That is called online dating. Thank you.
So,
that is
Is
exactly.
Yes.
that dating really?
No, I think it's
actually,
just getting to
Online
know.
dating.
That is
sampling.
Online
Actually,
dating.
that's sampling.
Online
All
dating.
right.
Let me
All right.
say this,
Let me hear
Mark.
from Jack.
Sorry to cut you short. Actually, it's the same thing that happens here. If you're single, you'll have friends. It's not like you'll be having. For me, I'm a guy. It's not like I'll have one lady who I'm talking to entire time.
Yeah.
No, I have several ladies. We meet up. Are we dating?
No.
We are friends, right?
Yeah.
But until I single out that one lady and be like, okay, now I really want you.
Yeah.
That's what? That's
dating.
That's dating.
Yeah.
So exactly yours is meeting up and chatting with people
Now,
Fun. Is
chatting
that
with
and
people,
having fun.
Meeting up
chatting with
friends.
people leads to dating with them.
Eugene,
Okay, will you date
Dating
all of
online-
them?
Dating
Okay.
online is the beginning of dating.
Wait.
physically. It's where you
let
begin.
me hear you, Eugenia, because you're drowning the girl.
I'm like,
You
oh my
gotta-
god. My mind.
if you met a man like himself, who, and he tells you, I used to chat with people online before he met you, and then now you're in this serious relationship, would you trust him when you see him on phone?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Especially him, I wouldn't.
That's the problem.
Because he might go back, he might slide. You never know. Because once you start something, it gets addictive, and maybe it will be so hard for him to shake it off.
And
Don't
maybe
you think that
anytime
that
you
is
guys
one
have
of the?
That's
Don't you
being
think that is one of the scary things about
real.
people who, were sampling a lot online?
Well, like I said before, it depends on your motive.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a life partner, after sampling, once you settle on that one person, then you stop all that chatting.
Is it
and
so easy
you
to
cut
just stop
off.
it like that?
But you
No,
see, I think
it's
for
not.
social media, we have different
Your
avenues.
microphone.
Oh, sorry. For social medias, we have different avenues. Like, let's say you go on a dating site, everybody who sees your profile and it's still active and it stays single and you're searching, this is who you are and this is what you're looking for, people will know that you're receiving tons of emails and they will not mind because people are showing interest in the profile you've shown. But if you're on somewhere like Facebook and you have a person who you've befriended for a long time and you've been seeing them posting different things that you've gotten to like about them, it even looks a bit more sincere than the dating site because you know their friends.
Yeah.
And so if you actually start dating online before you meet, then the likelihood of meeting the actual person they are is higher than going to a
So you come back to what I was talking about,
a
the
dating
issue
site.
of the verification,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
you would want to know who knows the person that you're meeting.
Mhm.
It gives you a sense of safety, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'll go back to the question of, if I am this person who was used to, I was chatting up everybody online, and then I've met a partner, don't you think that when we get bored with this relationship, I will find energy here
go back.
because I have access and I can say I'm not cheating.
Just
I'm not
chatting.
meeting anybody. I'm just
Yeah.
chatting.
Just chatting.
Don't you think that
We
that
know
is a
it's not
risk
okay.
for somebody who got used to always looking out for people online, Rose?
It's a big risk.
Yeah.
There is the likelihood of slipping back and chatting up other people because you are used to that, especially when it's called multi-dating, because
Yeah.
now you like the way he was saying, you multi-date so many people and it's confusing. If you're focused to one person, that's when it works, but
Right.
when you multi-date, it doesn't work. If you meet someone online, make sure you meet physically.
Yeah.
Because
Meet online, date
yeah,
offline.
yeah, meet
Just like-
online but date offline.
And then
Because
cut
if you don't like
ties.
the person, cut ties. Like just cut ties.
True.
Because what happens when you're doing online dating, you create your own things. You imagine things.
Thank you very much. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
you
thought so.
create
I
things.
thought that sometimes people get hooked to an idea, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does the same
Muscles,
thing.
what-
Like
Filters.
let's look
Yes.
at the process you've gone through in life. Like you go through primary, you really long to go to high school. You go there and you realize, oh, this is not what I was looking for. You go to campus, again the same thing. You long to go to work life and you discover the same thing. It's the same thing. So it depends on how focused you are and what you're looking for in life.
How do you manage the stalkers? They're very serious, but now somebody, you're not even interested in them. But now they
All over.
know your address, they've got some of your contacts and whatever, so that they're not going to let.
in the social media society, we have a lot of privacy settings. We have a lot of privacy settings. Like let's say you're using WhatsApp. As he says, online dating.
Yeah.
A girl tells you, nieke ka profile picture yako. I'd come and block her, and her. So that she would know that she's the one. And I think you might have seen it somewhere. If he or she puts you as a profile picture, possibly he might have blocked some few other females or males. So
You guys are confusing me. This girl is very crazy.
Yeah, because it's all a lie. It's all a
Yeah.
fact. That's why.
That is why I said you need to outsmart them.
How?
No, you can't
The
outsmart.
fact
Man,
that they can
I'm
change.
just thinking, why should you go through all of that?
You cannot
Because
outsmart.
It marked. Why?
if you go the way you're saying physically until you meet them so that you move on. People from US will not marry people from Kenya. People from
They used to marry.
Wait. You're trying to imply.
until they
Still
travel
No,
here.
wait. You're
They
trying to
still
imply.
do.
It's not a
They
problem.
still,
Yeah.
Pastor, let
But
me-
they used to
online.
marry.
Pastor,
they
let me
used
ask
to
this
marry.
question. You want to
Yes,
mean
but
every
it was-
person who married someone who's not in the country, they met online.
No.
So,
It's not a must.
what are you exactly saying?
But I'm saying online would make it better.
Better or more complex?
More complex.
Better. I mean,
More
you need
complex.
to go
I'm looking at all the fears.
Yes.
I'm looking at
Insecurity.
the way you've got to put in all these checks and balances. And I'm thinking, why should you take yourself through all of that?
Because
Why did some-
because
Yeah.
probably because you've not yet gotten to that point where now you're saying, I want to do courtship.
I'm
courtship.
thinking,
Before
I'm
you
on
come
a
to
date,
courtship.
I'm on a date, and I've got to call several people to tell them in case I disappear. Why would
Yeah. They're like, okay, I'm at a certain place and this guy, on this day,
I keep
vehicle
on
registration,
telling them,
one.
why would I want to do that? What's
It's a
the
lot of
joy
work.
in that?
It's not joyous, but let's say traditionally families allowed you to meet a potential mate. Your friends also can suggest a person they think you're compatible with. If you're online, you're trying to, let's say you work in Nairobi, you work at a bank, you go from 7 to 7, you don't have much time to go out for events at night because you're always tired. You don't have, the only time you have to go to weddings and your friends getting married are once every 6 months. So if you're waiting for a wedding to meet someone, the probability of that happening actually goes
Alright,
lower.
I don't
So
wanna-
you're trying to actually meet more people within a shorter time,
Okay.
and you're trying to match the chances of meeting them, not even dating them, meeting them by their profiles, by what you put online, by what you like. So
Okay.
if you meet 100 people and you like 5, you can narrow it down to 1.
I was going to challenge that, but I'm going to let it slip because of time. Because I'm thinking, where were the older people going? Where were they socializing to meet their mates? I also think that, as much as I understand her point, I also think that we are killing the interpersonal stuff. We live in a day where it's not even that there's no people around us. Let's begin with neighborhoods. How many people even talk to their neighbors just to
We
greet?
don't.
So we say, we cover up with this thing that, we're always busy. Yet the truth is, we don't even know the next door neighbor. We don't even say hi to them. So probably the people you're going to even meet online, some of them are living with you in the same flat. But there's no time to just go around and meet people and talk. You go to school functions, you see everybody's on their phone. You sit at restaurants, everybody's on their phone. So I think that as much as the online dating thing, I may understand your reasoning behind it, but I also think that we need to be a bit more social.
Can I say
Right.
something? I also think people need to be more open. In real life, more people are just rigid nowadays. They're not like the way you said. You can go to malls, you can go to places to meet people. It's become harder nowadays. People are not really approachable. Everyone is afraid. What does this person want?
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
is superstitious. They're just afraid of you, what you might do. So it's harder to just approach someone or get approached. Or even you, as a lady, you can't go like smiling.
Yeah.
You might send the wrong signal, or you might meet the wrong person. So it's
Okay.
become very hard.
All right,
Yeah.
let's begin with you, Gerald, Mark,
Yes.
whoever.
Both. Now you see.
Let's begin. Your wrapping thoughts.
Yes.
10 seconds. Wrapping
Yes,
thoughts.
I would simply say, go do as much networking online and date online. Don't kill online business like Facebook. If you kill online dating, you kill our online business. And
Alright.
you need to keep on doing that, but do it in a smart way. And I would really plead with the government to bring this education in school so that our children study, because it's the reality. And when we have them trained on what probably I know, or what other my people that I work with know, then we'll have a society where you don't have that fear that you have, that you might get this, you might get this, because you will know how to go about it.
All right, Eugenia.
Yes.
Okay, for me, I think it's there's always pros and cons to everything. So with online dating comes the pros that you might meet someone really and you might get married, and the cons are that you might meet a psycho or a killer. So you just need to be smart about it. But I'd prefer meeting someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus.
For me, I would say meeting someone online is okay, but dating someone online, no.
Is it no?
Online dating is a no-go zone.
All right. Okay.
Meet online, but take it offline. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'll tell you, don't date online. Rather, you meet the person personally.
Okay. Esther.
Well, I would say if you decide to meet someone online, it's fine. Although I think the question you'd be asking yourself is why, what's wrong with this person? How comes they cannot find someone in person? Why are they looking online? You'll be suspicious.
That's for another.
So it just depends. You
Okay.
choose.
Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
All right.
just as I said on a mandate,
Yeah,
you just do you.
just do
But
you.
if you want to do anything, meet online, have fun. But if you want to take it to the next level, please
Get offline.
know that person personally. Don't
Okay.
let the character.
All right, Azariah.
Online dating, if you decide to date online, keep your contacts and personal information private for your safety, and have fun, but at least try and assess what the other person is after before you commit everything.
Well, we're going to leave it up to you. I want to hear your thoughts on online dating. What do you think? Well, at least I've got somebody here who says that she was met online and that worked. But for most of us, there's a lot of fears. So let's hear your thoughts. KTN Life and Style is the hashtag. 22840 is our text message number. At KTN Life _ Style, that is our Instagram and Twitter handle, and KTN Life and Style on Facebook. Keep it Life and Style. Keep it Relationship Wednesday.
Ooh, look at her. Good girl.
Wow, that's so wonderful.
Yeah? The dress is long, but are you still feeling pretty or not? Yeah? Show me your back.